Hi, I'm Cathy Thomas. I welcome Gabriela Gomez, Executive Chef at Palenque in Costa Mesa. She will share her delicious molotes, chorizo-filled masa croquettes. Welcome, chefs.
Thank you.
So excited that you're here, and I want to know all about these croquettes.
Yes, so they are actually molotes, and they are one of my favorite dishes.
And are they traditional or modern?
So they are actually a super traditional dish, very well known in the city of Oaxaca, but this has got a little bit of a modern twist to it.
Oh, I can hardly wait. Let's get started.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna start off by making the chorizo. Now, if you want, you don't have to make this yourself. You can always go and just buy some chorizo. You can buy vegan chorizo, you can buy pork chorizo, beef chorizo. So I actually already made some adobo, so we're just gonna kind of mix it together.
And when I make this, can I use a prepared adobo?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do recommend asking your butcher to give you a ground pork that's a little bit fattier. We're looking for about 30% fat content.
And this really isn't complicated, is it?
No, not at all. So we're gonna add a little bit of salt. And we're just about there. The mixing part is very important. Once you kind of start to see that the fat is stringing a little bit, that's exactly what you're looking for. It means you've got a great bind in your sausage. Drop some of that in there. All right, so while that guy's cooking away, we've got some potatoes over here.
I see, Chef, that you're using a cooling rack as a makeshift ricer.
Yeah, at the restaurant we have an actual ricer, but this is a really great way to just kind of make sure that all the potatoes are about the same size and just a smaller chunk, and you don't have to really worry about mashing away. And
that really is a great little idea.
yeah, so I actually do the same trick with avocados to make guac.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, when you do this, the skin just kind of ends up on the top. So our chorizo's cooking away. We're getting some nice caramelization on there. So once this chorizo is fully cooked, we're gonna go ahead and add it to the potatoes. And you definitely always wanna work this when everything is warm. It'll make the molotes themselves hold their shape a lot better if it's warm. It's time to get our hands messy.
All right.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
We really wanna make sure that everything is nice and mashed together. And what we're looking for is for this mixture to just hold together so we can kind of start shaping it.
Are you mashing the potatoes at this point?
Yes.
Just a little bit?
Yes, just a little bit more just to make sure that, like, I want to have little chunks of potato, I want to be able to see it, but at the same time that potato is kind of what's going to bind it and kind of hold it together. You could easily make these bigger, you can make them smaller if you kind of want to have like little cocktail bites. And so now, this is the quintessential, recognizable shape of a molote. So if you're ever in the city of Oaxaca, and you stop by a street vendor, you'll see that they have molotes, empanadas, tlayudas, and then these little guys are kind of, honestly, one of the best kept secrets. Everyone that I've ever talked to, even from other parts of Mexico, don't even know what these are.
They don't know what they're missing.
Exactly.
And you're making them kind of like football shapes.
Exactly, yeah. The molotes are gonna go in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes until they chill so that they don't fall apart once we fry them. Next up, we're gonna make the masa tempura. Traditionally, what they'll do in Oaxaca is they'll just take the masa itself, press it out, and then wrap the molote, and then fry them. But we're gonna do a little bit different. Doing it this way gives a little bit more of a delicate, really light, crispy outer layer.
I love that you're building texture contrast into this.
Yeah. I'm gonna start by adding about half the amount of the masa in water weight. And I'm just gonna kind of start mashing it down. This masa I bought from one of my favorite tortillerias. So this will fluctuate in water content. It's one of those things that you just kind of have to feel for. So it's still a little too thick, you can tell, because when I kind of coat the mixer itself, I can see that it's still a little too thick, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water.
It was kind of like pancake batter.
Yeah, so I'm looking to be a little bit looser than pancake batter. And so for me, that right there is exactly what we're looking for.
And it's like loose crepe batter.
Yes, that is the perfect description. All right, so that is ready to go. Our molotes have been chilled. We made our masa batter. Our fryer oil is hot and we want it about 350 degrees. So we're gonna go ahead and just drop one of these guys in here. Make sure that it's nice and coated. I would absolutely recommend to use maybe a slotted spoon. I don't feel anything anymore, so
Okay, you've got asbestos fingers.
My fingers no longer have any sense of heat or cold. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop these guys in here gently. And you can kind of hear that bubbling away.
And you got just the right amount of oil in there.
Yeah, just enough to keep them covered. We want a nice golden brown on the outside. So we're gonna go ahead and let these guys cook away for a bit. If you don't want to deal with frying at home and you would want to do maybe in an air fryer, you could do it the traditional way and just kind of press out a tortilla, wrap the molote in that, and then pop it in the air fryer. And then that way you can avoid all of this. And while those guys are finishing up, let's go ahead and make sure our beans are nice and hot. I think we're just about ready
Look
to
at that.
plate. So we're gonna pull these guys out, let them drain. You can really hear they're nice and crunchy. Do a nice bit of black beans on the bottom. So we're gonna place our 3 little molotes right on top of that bed. Nice dollop of sour cream on top of each of these little guys.
And it's not crema mexicana?
You can use crema mexicana, you can use creme fraiche, some queso fresco. Nice little bit of avocado salsa. We got some nice delicious baby cilantro.
Oh, Chef, that looks delicious. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to try it?
You bet. I'm going to get a fork.
Let's get it.
All right. Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. Salad in a jar, limp greens and soggy veggies are often the fate of make-ahead salads, destined to a workplace lunch. Here's a shake-it-up strategy that layers ingredients atop a hummus spike dressing. Mix the hummus with fresh lemon juice, extra virgin olive oil, and just a smidgen of salt. Use caution with the salt because store-bought hummus can be salty. Layer in drained canned beans. I like black beans. Then half seedless grapes for a sweet edge. Chop celery for crunch, crumbled feta cheese for attitude, some shredded green cabbage for crunch and fiber. Then some chopped romaine and slivered almonds. Seal it up.